Today, I was watching social media, and they had on one of the programs where someone was taking a tour of Oakland, California. I was in Oakland in 1980, about 40 years ago, 42, something like that, and it was okay then. It was okay. But what I saw, I mean, I could not have imagined it looked that bad. It looked almost like some of the pictures we've seen when they wanted to show us Haiti, how poverty-stricken Haiti was in certain cases, or even Shantytown, uh, someplace in South Africa. Pathetic, and it's that way in many cities throughout the states of these United States. That means that there are a lot of people poor. That means that the government, which usually is just a compilation of all the people's aspirations, desires, and wants, all of them, and certain amongst them are certain things that are common for their survival. The government, this is the will of the people, to make sure that these things that are common amongst them are satisfied. The number one concern of government is to make sure that these concerns are satisfied: food, clothing, shelter, education, healthcare, and those other things, careers. This is the business of government. And when you see gated communities and you see towns just falling down, people living in tent cities, government has failed. Not only has government failed, the ability to reach those who got, to engage them in brotherly love, that ain't there. So that means that the church, the spiritual order of things, have failed. So now we got government has failed, and you got the church has failed. And what else is out there? Whatever you want to call secular, all that other stuff in between. I guess you just pretty much call that dog eat dog. I say to all of the people that's suffering around the world, starting here in America, the pain and suffering that you feel is felt by so many more. And I know your pain. I feel some of it. By choice, I wanted to make sure that I would always be there to speak out for those who need someone to speak for them. I wanted to always be there to act in behalf of those who did not have the courage to act. And in order for me to be ready at all times, I have to know your pain, not imagine it. I feel it. Now, I don't do some of the things that you guys do. Some of you have found yourselves, doing all kinds of things. Every kind of thing that people call despicable, it's open for you, some of you here and there, to try to survive. It is an expression of the failure of humanity toward humanity. But I want you to know that there is a power that we can't see, can't touch, can't feel, but is responsible for all of the things that have been made available so that you could live on this earth as though you're in heaven. And it is an enemy of that prevents it. And you have been taught, we have all been taught, and it takes a rebirth to be able to knock this stuff off. It say that one man could not change things, for the pain and suffering is too much. I wish I could change it. I wish I could make things just right for you. I can't. But I know one that can. That's God. That's that power you can't see. And you're going to have to receive that power if you ever want to be free. But in the meantime, I'm going to stand in the gap for you. I'm not going to leave you out here. I'm not going to leave you out here. I'm going to do everything I possibly can in a righteous kind of way. I'm going to stand up and let the world know how ugly it is. I'm going to let America know how ugly she is. And every time you're suffering, I want her to understand that that is the ugliness, that's the vein in them. And when we see people that's so out of it, they just sell themselves out, what you call us, make-believe TV, just so they can get somebody to watch. And these advertisers can get somebody to buy a product. Money again. Money, money, money. Souls lost. And I'm not trying to get you into heaven. I don't know anything about going to heaven. I've heard people talk about that. To me, it's junk. Heaven, all I know is this, that the moment you want God, God is there for you. I know that for a fact. And see, I'm not asking, I know God just can't do stuff for those who don't want it done. And those who don't want it done is made known because they don't do the things that has got to be done to get it done. So, no games played. I keep on standing up trying to wake you up so you can make a move yourself. When you make a move, God is with you. First of all, you're on the right-hand side. That's the main road, being righteous. Well, anyway, God can. So I'm going to do what I can. I'm going to talk, and I'm going to try to stir you up. I'm going to try to expose all this ugliness stuff around you. And I don't want anybody to like me. Nobody. Because if you say you like me, you are lying. You cannot like me and stand against that which means so much to me. I'll talk to you later.